Hi everyone, I'm Ryan Witt and I'm a junior in the AIM program covering international healthcare. Today I will be covering Takeda Pharmaceuticals Limited Co. ADR, ticker TAK. Before we get started, I'd like to mention I uploaded the wrong write-up. My contact info is at the end for anyone that would like the current version. I'll email that to you right away. Takeda is the largest pharmaceutical company in Japan and ninth largest in the world. It has a deep history going back to its founding in 1781 by Takeda Chobe. The company now primarily operates through 5 core segments: gastroenterology, plasma-derived therapies, rare diseases, neuroscience, and oncology. And then they have a few other lines that just fall into other segment. The company primarily operates in the US and Japan, but this has some influence from Europe as well. The company is currently headquartered in Osaka, Japan. Acquisition of Shire plc has helped Takeda become more of a global presence than ever before. An area seeing significant growth is the gastroenterology market, growing at a 6.6% CAGR. As foods have become more processed, this has led to many more GI issues in the population. Takeda has Envio, which is their most successful drug, bringing in $3.2 billion in fiscal year 20. This is expected to rise with the GI market rising as well. Takeda has also gotten involved with targeted vaccines, specifically with the dengue illness. This illness is spread by mosquitoes. Even though it's outside of their core segments, they are exploring growth opportunities in a market growing at a 6.4% CAGR to $740 million by the year end 25. So far, the Takeda's vaccine has an 80% effective rate. As well, Takeda is focusing on drug development for health conditions that have no treatments. With FDA approval, TAK-721 will be the first drug to treat eosinophilic esophagitis, bringing in a potential $400 million in revenue. As well, they have 195 partnerships that allow them to explore endless opportunities for health issues that are left untreated. It is recommended that Takeda be added to the AIM International Equity Fund with a price target of $27.75 and an upside of 56.72%. My first driver is Takeda's new drug pipeline. The pipeline is broken down into 2 waves, with Wave 1 having 14 treatments from now until fiscal year 24. The whole pipeline combined, which is about 41 treatments, is expected to bring revenues to $47 billion by fiscal year 30. That is, if all products are approved. 7 first-wave products will be up for regulatory submission at the end of fiscal year 21. This is to replenish for the 8 drugs whose patents expire within the next 3 years. With approval of all the first wave, the potential revenue can be expected to be $8.5 billion to $13.85 billion. Additionally, in the pipeline, there are trials for Parkinson's, Huntington's, and multiple cancer treatments that are promising growth opportunities for Takeda. My second driver is NK cell therapy. In 2019, Takeda joined a partnership with MD Anderson Cancer Center for CAR NK cell therapy, otherwise known as TAK-007. Natural killer cells are taken from donated umbilical cord blood, where the most concentration for natural killer cells are found. These cells are then taken and genetically engineered with receptors that target and kill cancer cells. After that, they are then injected back into the patient to fight off the cancer. In a recent study with people with leukemia and lymphoma, it found that 7 of 11 people are in remission after 13.8 months. Currently, MD Anderson is working on 3 other therapies targeting tumor growth. The estimated market for NK cell therapy is estimated to be $5.1 billion by 2026. A final driver for Takeda was its Shire acquisition in 2019 for $82 billion at an EV to EBITDA ratio of 14.3. This added incremental revenue of 18.4% for fiscal year 19 and 60.1% for fiscal year 20. This was mainly driven behind the 2 product additions of Advate, which is a treatment for hemophilia, and Vyvanse, a treatment for ADHD in children. The 2 of these together added $4 billion in sales for fiscal year 20. Additionally, the acquisition helped expand their global footprint to over 80-plus countries. As well, it increased its presence in the gastrointestinal market and neuroscience market. In order to reach an intrinsic value for Takeda, a 10-year DCF was constructed. Using a WACC of 5.27% and terminal growth rate of 1.0%, an intrinsic value of 29.47 was reached. A sensitivity analysis of plus or minus 25 BPS on the terminal growth rate and WACC resulted in a 24.47 to 37.33 target range. The peers used to value EV to EBITDA and price to sales ratios were Novartis, GlaxoSmithKline, Astellas, Biogen, and AstraZeneca. An EV to EBITDA multiple is calculated using a 13.61 weighted average, resulting in a price target of 21.50. A price to sales multiple was calculated using a 3.29 weighted average, resulting in a price target of 32.84. The DCF weighted 50%, EV to EBITDA weighted 30%, price to sales weighted 20%, resulted in an intrinsic value of 27.75, with 56.72% upside. Takeda's dividend pays a yield of 4.1%. Takeda has 3 big risks at the moment. In the next 3 years, they have 8 patents expiring on drugs. 3 of these drugs being in the top 4 earners of the company. The failure to replenish their current product portfolio with products from their pipeline will sputter any organic growth opportunity. The second risk is regulation of pharmaceutical prices. The pharmaceutical industry is known for having extremely high prices. Actions taken by the governments on behalf of the consumer will greatly affect the future revenues of Takeda. There are many governments who want to lower medical costs for their population. Lastly, COVID has slowed down the process of FDA approvals, with vaccines taking priority. It has also caused a decrease in product demand due to less people going in to get health checkups. Christoph Weber is the CEO and president of Takeda and has been since 2015. He's the first non-Japanese CEO in the company's history. He's been heavily focused on strengthening the company's ethical values and corporate governance during his tenure. Before joining Takeda, he worked in various senior leadership roles around the world for 20 years with GlaxoSmithKline. He received his doctorate of pharmacy at the University of Lyon. Kostas Sarakos has been the CFO since March 2018 and been with the company since 2015. He became CFO right before the $82 billion acquisition of Shire plc, and he oversaw the acquisition. He spent time with competitors such as Allergan and Merck & Co. Takeda continuously looks to find treatments for health issues that have yet to be resolved, and is constantly expanding their pipeline with new possibilities. And due to Takeda's innovative pipeline, NK cell therapy development, and its acquisition of Shire plc, it is recommended that Takeda be added to the AIM International Equity Fund. Thank you for listening. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to reach out.